Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Roll call, please. Here.
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 Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No, sir.
Okay, moving on to number 4, approval of the minutes of the meeting of September 12th, 2024.
Motion to approve those minutes.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 5 is bid openings, demolitions for properties located at 5629 Calumet Avenue, 918 Willow Court, 54 Mason, 4625 Sheffield, 1021 Moss, and 2104 Sherman. And it looks like we have 2. The first one is from Acting Contracting LLC from East Chicago, Indiana. Make sure this thing. Holy smokes. I'll be a damn. Don't say anything, T. Don't say anything. And Donnie, how do you get through?
Kill bears and that.
How do you get through security over there, for God's sakes? Okay. Here we have the bid proposal. We have the Form 96. And we have the non-collusion affidavit. What else am I looking for? Bid bond, yeah, bid. Got all that, yep. Okay. The bid from Acton Incorporated is $1,915,486. That sound right?
One, two, three, four, five, six. There's
Hold on.
seven properties, yeah.
Seems like a lot, but.
Yeah. Well, we'll refer them to, yeah, we'll refer them over to inspections for review, or that one, I
I mean,
guess.
doesn't that look like 1,104,000? Yeah. That's what it looks like. Well, there's several sheets, so that's why I don't know. Everything's broken down individually, so, but that's the one that says, hold on, let me see here. Give me 1 second here.
Hold on, card, please.
Yeah. You're telling me. There
There
we
it
go.
is.
Now it's better.
Okay.
Now we found it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the bid price is $161,455, excuse me, $161,465. Okay? That sounds way better.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the second one, which is from JM Industrial Services in Fair Oaks, Indiana. We have the bid proposal, the bid bond, and the non-collusion affidavit, and the bid from JM Industrial Services, yeah, is $179,600. $179,600. Okay?
Motion to refer these to inspections for review, tabulation.
And I second.
Just for the record, I wanted to also note, the agenda reflects that the address of 5629 was bid. That's correct, although the bid packet also included 5627. So just I wanted to make sure that, for the record, that address, because they have a shared wall, was also part of the bid.
Thank you. And you made a motion, you second.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, now that debacle's over. Moving on to number 6, matters from other department heads or their representatives. Nobody?
Nobody?
Okay, moving on to correspondence. Letter A, correspondence received from William Short, Chief of Police, requesting approval of Sergeant Andy Lornick transferring from the Uniform Patrol Division to Community Affairs Division effective October 1st,
Motion to
2024.
approve Chief Short's request.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting $447,000 of CIB funding to be allocated for the 2024 street resurfacing submitted for approval.
Good morning to the board.
Good morning.
The Capital Improvements Board met on Monday and approved a nominal amount of resurfacing for the current calendar year. We'd ask for your approval of this action. It's already under contract with Milestone for an annual contract for resurfacing, so we already have the contract in place.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Letter C, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting $13,487.32 of CIB funding to be allocated for the ditch clearing, Klein Avenue Service Road submitted for approval.
Reached out to Dyer Construction and in light of what was going on near Georgetown Homes, 169th and Klein Avenue, we asked them to clear that ditch line. This is the cost for that. CIB funded it Monday, and I'd ask for your approval.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter D, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting $2,555.13 of CIB funding to be allocated to investigate Parkway sinkhole at 730 173rd Street, submitted for approval.
So there was a hole that developed in the Parkway at 730 173rd Street. The street department had no issues going on in the area. The Hammond Sanitary District Sewer Maintenance Department had nothing going on. So since it was in the right-of-way, I asked Hassie and urgently to dig it up and find out what was going on. They did that, and they discovered an underground fuel storage tank, 6-foot diameter. I don't know how long it was because I only saw the end of it. That was feeding the property at 730 173rd Street. So we covered up the holes, backfilled, compacted, and that's where it's left. It's now the property owner's responsibility.
Gotcha. Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Letter E, correspondence received from Bernard Gazzolia, Fire Chief, requesting the approval of the following promotions. Engineer Casey McCluskey to be promoted to the rank of Battalion Chief, and Private First Class Edward Wagner to be promoted to the rank of Engineer, all effective September 6, 2024.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter F, correspondence received from F.H. Passion requesting full closure of Johnson Avenue and Henry Avenue at the NICD SSL tracks and requesting to extend the dates for full closure at Homan Avenue to tie in the new NICD railroad tracks and requesting to work 24-hour days starting September 27th, 2024 for 5 days.
This is what we talked several weeks ago. NICD now has a date to isolate track 1, which is one of the 2 lines that runs through the Hammond station. They're going to replace the gauntlet track through the station area, but basically between Torrance and the state line, and cut over to the new alignment that takes them through the Gateway Station. I did end up getting to speak to Mayor McDermott. He is on board with what we're doing here. He asked that I prepare a press release, so now that we have firm dates, I'll write a press release to let folks know what's going on. The contractors here, Anthony and Mike from FH Passion, if there's any questions I can't answer, they're going to notify the residents in the vicinity between Sheffield and Torrance and between Goslin and Hudson, or the south side of Hudson, just to make people aware they know what's going on, because there'll be 24-hour work days for 5 days. 3 of those days they'll close Johnson and Henry to make the track pull the track out and put it back. Then in several more weeks, they'll come back again and ask for another closure for track 2 to realign all the track 2. So we've reviewed it. The mayor's okay with it. I'd ask for your approval of this action.
Okay. I don't have questions. You guys have questions?
Nope.
As long as the notification is made, 5 days seems reasonable too, so. Yeah.
Motion to approve.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to letter G, correspondence received from Eileen Ibarra, Special Events Coordinator, requesting permission to hold the 2024 Hammond Veterans Appreciation Day Parade on Saturday, November 2nd, 2024, with attached route.
I am good with that, sir, Mr. President.
Thank you.
If Donnie's good, then I'll make a motion to approve.
And I second my motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Letter H, correspondence received from Aaron Eggers, First Baptist Church of Hammond, requesting that Oakley Street be closed between Sibley Boulevard and State Street to host their annual Ladies Conference on October 4th, 2024, from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Looks like we got, okay. Letter I, correspondence received from, oh, I already put that one, that's right. Letter, no.
No.
Yeah. Letter I, correspondence received from Aaron Eggers, First Baptist Church of Hammond, requesting that State Street from Willow Court to Oakley be closed each Sunday from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m.
I would ask to have Mr. Eggers come and speak to the board on this particular subject. So as you know, State Street had been closed for the Westlake project for months. Right, at Willow Court. And that sort of allowed the Baptist church to, sort of have a one side dead end in front of their property. So I'm not entirely sure what they're trying to do. This seems like a fairly long part of every Sunday to close that. So I'm sort of reluctant to suggest that we're okay with this. I don't know how fire or police feel about closing this for 8 hours on us every Sunday.
I'm not crazy about it. I'd like to see if he could break it up at least, or work, somehow work with us on that. So we'll request him to be here next Thursday.
Is that okay?
So motion to table the request and ask for Mr. Eggers to appear before the board. If notification can be sent out.
And I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Letter J, correspondence received from Melissa Guerrera, requesting the following: a school speed limit sign of 20 miles an hour and a crosswalk with light to be established on Chicago Avenue between Calumet Avenue and Holman Avenue. A school speed limit sign of 20 miles an hour be established on Calumet Avenue between Michigan Avenue and 150th Street, and for the guardrail on the east side of Calumet Avenue north of Michigan Avenue to be extended to 150th Street.
There's no schools in the immediate vicinity of the request, so it would be inappropriate for us to sign Chicago Street or Calumet Avenue as 20 miles per hour school zone. The guardrail extension, the guardrail is, in the area that we're talking about is Calumet Avenue, but north of the Grand Calumet River to 150th. The guardrail is to protect vehicles from departing the roadway and going into the river, right? So we wouldn't extend the guardrail. This is a state asset, so the state would have to approve that, and I would not recommend extending the guardrail for basically no purpose.
Okay.
Right, because guardrails are to keep cars from departing the roadway.
Gotcha. Okay.
Motion to deny the request.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Number 8, matters from board members, either of you.
No.
Okay, moving on to number 9, new business. Letter A, memorandum of understanding between School City of Hammond and Hammond Police Department.
Good morning, the board. This is an agreement that was worked on for some time over the summer and actually longer than that. It has to do with emergency response between PD and the school city, and I'd request its approval as presented.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, notice of violation hearing for property located at 1520 Myrtle.
Property was inspected on August 14, 2024. The current owner is using the property as a single-family home. It was priorly registered as a two-unit rental. I explained to him that if he wants to occupy it as a single-family, he would have to remove the rear kitchen and the rear apartment, which he has pulled a permit for, so the work has begun to convert the property to a single-family home.
Okay, so do we need to check on this at some point to make sure it's completed, or
I will be following up today.
you'll follow up?
Yes.
Okay. So we're okaying the findings?
Yes.
Okay, we're approving the findings?
Motion to approve the findings.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Letter C, garage sale permit submitted for approval. Just looking for,
Motion to approve.
I second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter D, right-of-way permits, received from engineering submitted for approval.
Good morning,
Good
Board.
morning, Mark.
So we have two, one being NIPSCO, Clinton and State Line. They are going to retire the service for the old hospital. And they're going to do it, it should take about 1 day. They're going to do it under flagmen. So I would recommend approval on that one. And another one's ICC Group, Ash Avenue. There was some confusion about the parking on the west side. They're asking for an extension due to the fact of track time, because they only get, the South Shore has to be shut down when they're working. So basically, it's gonna be a time frame, when they get that track time, they'll shut it down with no parking signs. When it's open, they'll pull the no parking signs.
And we can't know that because we don't know what they're going to approve, is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay,
Because it's like a ongoing
I got you.
time frame, just such as with Passion, with the
Okay.
time they can get.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter E, disposal authorizations received from the Hammond Police Department submitted for approval. No, I'm good.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Number 10, old business, letter A, status for 6333 Garfield. Me too. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Board. Mr. Luter's not here today, but he did prepare some notes for me.
Yeah, they're coming. Good morning.
According to Mr. Luter's notes, he spoke to Mike Eby of Eby Home Improvement, who's not licensed in Hammond yet. He's aware he needs to be licensed and was advised that the next testing date of October 7th. Was told where to find his application and the due date, need status after October 7th, 2024, to see if he obtained his license. It is our understanding that they have given him a down payment.
So that was for another person to fix the window. So yesterday, I got the money back from that person, so that I could follow up with AB because he'll be getting the license, because he'll be getting the license, so the money back. So I got back that deposit. I got it yesterday and I'm holding it, because I'm afraid something will happen to that.
So that down payment wasn't from Eby.
No, it was a friend of mine. It was a friend.
Understood. We're asking for a status date of October 17th. If Mr. Eby does not pass the contractor's test, we may be offering him a temporary license, considering he's an established contractor. So we'll take that extra 10 days to clarify that, and maybe we can get this contract started, work started, and he'll have to retest in November.
Okay, so can I take some time to explain?
Absolutely, I'm sorry.
Okay, and then you're saying, coming back here, did you say something about status?
Status of October 17th,
So they will come again?
they will not need to be present.
Okay,
It
all
will,
right.
it will be for the status of his, if he's actually being licensed or temporary license.
So if he was failing though, so with my friend, okay, great, thank you.
So Kelly, we have a question. We thought part of the status today was to make sure that the stuff was done outside, the cleanup and stuff. Is that true? Was that done? Do we know
I
if
don't
that
have
was
that,
done?
I do not have that in my notes.
Okay.
Yes, we've been ongoing with
Over
that.
that day.
Okay.
And my kids, my family have been helping. And also the garage. Recently, this past week, on Saturday, we had everybody together, and we were working on picking up everything and the junk, we're getting rid of all of the junk. We called someone to come and pick it up. And we worked really hard on Saturday, this past Saturday. It was really awful.
So you're asking for a status date of October 17th?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Motion to set the matter for status for October 17th, 2024.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Board.
Okay, so we don't have to come out October 17th.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, letter B, late business license for R&R Food and Deli, 1403 173rd Street. Anybody here from R&R Food and Deli? Okay,
Seeing as the owner failed to appear for the business license late fee appeal, I request the board deny the request for an appeal and assess the late fee.
Motion to deny the request for the waiver of the late fee.
I second.
that's okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, number 11, late rental registration hearings. I don't see any. Number 12, the meeting's open to the public. Would anybody have anything they want to say? Okay.
Nobody wants to do any approbation.
No, I'm welcome it too.
Okay, well, motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.